we have been doing these workshops here at the credit union for quite a few years, and we do at least one a quarter. And this is the first one we've done in about a year. And I don't want to dwell on it, but I have been asked a lot about this. A year ago this time, I was in intensive care at Palomar Hospital and had been diagnosed with cancer. I have a very rare form of lymphoma. It's called mantle cell lymphoma. It doesn't mean much to anybody. Certainly didn't mean anything to me. And went through very aggressive chemo treatments and all of that. And I was just telling Aaron, before I got sick, I weighed about 215 pounds. I dropped down to 170 pounds and spent 3 extended stays in the hospital. And they were very, very difficult, but a great family and great doctors pulled me through. My cancer is not curable, but it is treatable, and I'm in a remission right now. I've been told by doctors within another year or so they will have a cure for my cancer. So I got my fingers crossed and hoping on that one, that's for sure. Thank you. But as I say, it's been a road I never ever anticipated to travel. Nobody in my family had ever had cancer. Until I got sick, I had never spent a day in the hospital or taken a prescription drug. And now my best friend is the pharmacist at CVS. So, it's one of those things you learn to deal with. All right, so here's what we're going to do tonight. We're just going to spend a little bit of time and just go over some of the things that are happening in the financial markets and the economy. What I love about doing these kind of events is having the chance to just talk with you and make it interactive, answer your questions and things like that. This is a nice sized group. I hope you all can hear me fine, and when you ask questions, we'll be able to answer those for you. And that's, as I say, that's my favorite part of this event is coming out here and talking with people and having a dialogue rather than a monologue, because it would get real boring after a while. So what a great day it is to do this on, huh? Trifecta today. We had a trifecta today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ Composite Index all closed at all-time record highs. All-time record highs. Isn't that pretty cool? I mean, it has been a phenomenal run. What we've done in the last, oh my goodness, quite a few years, but I want to maybe set the stage how far we've come and how challenging it can be and ultimately somewhere along will be. But let's go back to the Great Recession, which hit this country in 2008, 2009, okay? In 2009, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, after hitting 14,000 in October, a year and a half before that, had been at 14,000. Went to 6,500, lost more than half its value. You couldn't give away stocks then. You could not give away stocks. Nobody had any faith in the market. Nobody thought the economy was ever going to come back. There was just no way. And people were certain that the Dow Jones Industrial Average was going to go to zero. But somewhere along the line, October 9th, 2009, they drew a line in the sand. Investors drew a line in the sand when the Dow Jones Industrial Average was at 6,547. Today, we're at 21,500 and change, okay? And it hasn't been a straight line. It's been darn near a straight line, but there have been some bumps along the road. We haven't had a correction of any size over that period of time from 2009 to where we are right now. We will have one somewhere along the line. I always bring a few things with me to read every once in a while. And this is one of my favorite quotes. It comes from a guy named Sam Stovall. He works for Standard & Poor's. And really a great line. It sums it all up. He said, "Bull markets don't die of old age, they die of fright." Okay? And so what that means is that I don't know what will cause the stock market to go down 10, 20% or something like that. But it's not going to be just because it's been running so strong for so long. It will be something totally unexpected that will cause the stock market to go through a significant correction. So obviously nobody knows what that will be, whether it will be a natural disaster, a military event, some other type of terrorism, something like that. We don't know. It will happen, we just don't know what it is, okay? So in the meantime, you've got to decide, Am I going to stay in the stock market, or am I going to take a look at other things that I could use to put my money to work? If you do make that decision, you're not going to be real happy probably, because the rate of return you're going to get somewhere else. Trust me, the credit union here, San Diego County Credit Union, would love to pay you 5, 7, 8% on their CDs. They would love to pay you that, okay? But we live in a 1% world right now. And we're going to live in a 1% world for a long, long time. And so the rate of return on your money is going to be rather anemic if you're just going to put it into money market funds, certificates of deposit, or things like that. So you've got to find out what's your tolerance for risk and what direction you want to go from there. There's a great little rule of thumb that you use in the world of investing to figure out how long it will take you to double your money. And it's called the rule of 72. Okay? You take the number 72 and you divide it by the rate of return on your money. And the resulting number will be the number of years it takes you to double your money. If you're earning 1% on your money, how long will it take you to double your money? 72 years, okay? That doesn't even factor in taxes and inflation. So it's going to be worse than that. Historically, the stock market returns 8 to 9%. If you include dividends into the equation. So you double your money every 7, 8 years, something like that. Okay, so that's the way you approach all of this. Now, I don't begin to say that everybody in this room should have all of your money in the stock market. That's out for each and every one of you to decide. There are people in this room that if they extend the maturities on their CDs from 3 months to 6 months, don't sleep for weeks. They think they've made this dramatically aggressive change in their finances and don't know if they'll make it through. And then there's other people in the room that say, Chamberlain, the bus for Viejas leaves at 7 o'clock, so keep it moving, okay? We don't want to miss the bus. So I mean, everybody has a different tolerance for risk. You work out your own tolerance for risk. You make investment decisions based upon that. And I wouldn't begin to suggest to say that any of you or all of you should have your money invested in the stock market. Just because I do doesn't mean everybody should, okay? That's the way I approach it.